because I just had an interaction with him over telephone, and I told him that 19th, 20th would be more convenient for us to come here. So he was gracious enough to immediately say that even though he would be out of station, but he could organize this visit of ours. And I am grateful to the Executive Director, Samuel sir, and also the CEO, Rama Rao sir, for this all these arrangements that are there. And in last 2 days, it was like a feeling that we are at home only. And thank you all for all the hospitality, all the courtesies, and the Andhrites are known for it. And really, we could come and witness this and experience all of this. And sir, I just begin with saying that hats off to your cadre and all the team members that are there, right from the grassroots workers, right from the CRPs up to I think the Vice Chairman sir, all of this cadre is very, very dedicated, and I could see, sense and feel that the kind of dedication and motivation that is there in all of this cadre, and also the practicing farmers and how much well conversant they are with the facts of the natural farming. So it means that they have been trained, retrained and sensitized about these practices a lot, and really takes a lot of effort actually to put in so much of things together, so much multiple practices are happening. So I can understand how much of hard work has gone into these natural farming practices over the last 7-8 years, or slightly more than now, 8 years now since it has been implemented on the field. And also I would want to compliment the women self-help groups and the SARC movement and the SHG movement actually, for which Andhra, Telangana, Karnataka are known. And we could also make out here that the women movement actually served as the backbone for the launching of this scheme, and how much involvement of women farmers, women entrepreneurs and agri-entrepreneurs has been there in this particular scheme. So we can sense that, and we can also see the involvement of the women. So a lot of thanks to all of you, all the farmers who interacted with us during our field visits. They spared their time from their farmlands, and all your district cadres, your DPMU, everyone, all of you are really very thankful and appreciative of your concern, and with a lot of enthusiasm actually you demonstrated all those things and each and every aspect of the natural farming. I think it couldn't have been more comprehensive in 2 days, a short span of time. I think all processes we could see, we could witness. We had a lot of interaction with the farmers, which was very important. The agri-scientists also, we had interaction, your cadre of L3, L2, L1, and we also learned a lot of terminologies, your C1 farmers, your S2S farmers, so a lot of things I think we could, and this visit was very, very important. So, what maybe just few things I would want to add is, having had 13-14 years of my career in the field and having seen different government programs, schemes in the field, interacted with so many stakeholders. So here I would find that the best part is a lot of these practices which basically comprises the natural farming, all of these are happening in some parts of the country, somewhere in some states in a limited manner. There are certain NGOs, CBOs, community-based organizations which are promoting these techniques or Prakritik kind of models, and where the Parampragat Krishi Yojana and all these measures are taken. But what we could see here was, and experience here was, that all these practices have been amalgamated together in the natural farming program of Andhra Pradesh, and also this is within a very concrete institutional framework. Water use efficiency studies also, they have installed some these water meters, water flow meters also. So you will be coming up with your results. But see, the best result, the best thing is interacting with the farmers, and that we could sense. We could sense that the frequency of the irrigation of the fields that is happening. So they are very clearly saying that in conventional practices, maybe every second, third, fourth day, they have to irrigate their paddy fields. However, they are doing so only twice in a month, say, for the natural farming field. So having this experience and interaction with the farmers, I can very well make out that they really have understood the benefits of these techniques, and it is good that they also now understand that the health benefits of these products, the natural products, the immunity and all kind of things even the farmers are talking about. Another thing, when we initially visited these fields and the kind of notion that we had was that this is something which actually is only for a very small scale, only for a sustenance kind of agriculture, and maybe its scalability is very limited. So that also we got a more enlightening due to our visit is because like our EDs are also told, because otherwise also in our country majority of our farmers are small and marginal farmers and holdings are very small, and also we are today talking of this doubling the farmer income, and this is actually the mantra for all these interventions and centrally sponsored schemes also. So I think this is a perfect blend, this natural farming practice of all these concepts of natural farming, doubling farmers' income, and also that notion of scalability, because we visited two farmers. I think yesterday was a farmland in Krishna district only, where a big orchard was there of a farmer, and there also a particular farmer who was actually a retired chief engineer from ONGC. So he was doing this natural farming, and he had basically he had increased the scale of his operations, and he had some kind of a customized kind of machinery and some kind of a farm equipment, and to scale up the operations, wherein all these dravyam and all these amrutam mix, all these things were being made on a large scale. Moreover, once we went around the field and also saw the practices, another good part was the polycropping, intercropping, all these kind of things that are happening. So that is also something which is very, very important. The integrated farming practices, we have these fish ponds also, paddy fields also, maize also, pulses also, and especially that PMDS, the pre-monsoon dry soil. I saw that in the presentation around a month back, but here I could very well appreciate and understand almost 32 different kind of crops, including pulses, and everything is being grown during that season where usually the farms used to be kept fallow. And in that particular PMDS actually is over a period of time, once for 2-3 years a farmer is practicing the rabi dry sowing and PMDS, and the farmers only are saying that this is what is leading to less consumption, and their fields are requiring less actually water for irrigation. So I think there is a very scientific basis to it, and all those concepts of those porosity and leaving not and keeping this in shade and not leaving the soil fallow or having able to grab sunlight, that we could experience and see the hands-on coming here. So I think all this makes a lot of sense and a scientific basis, and above all, it was good to see all our these traditional Vedic practices actually, all these now being part of another farm operations, and the common regular farmer is talking about all these ways, and he or she knows the benefits of these traditional and our age-old practices. That I think was one of the learning points and also the key takeaways. So now what I feel is that we would be further, once we go back, we have with us our project director also. So once we go back, not only we would be discussing our takeaways with our say senior authorities, but I think we also would be interacting now with the agriculture ministry, the concerned vertical in the agriculture ministry, and also the rural development Panchayati Raj, because all these three ministries actually need to converge in their efforts towards the final outcome that we are looking at. So that definitely we would be doing, and we look forward to a more kind of now institutional interaction, with RYSS, and how maybe we have some thought processes like how we can take this engagement forward. There can be more field and exposure visits wherein other farmer clusters and even the line department officials, they can visit, come and see also. And meanwhile, also some of these validation studies we would want to know from the technical experts that are there, so that because in a scientific world, we rely more on these validated studies and outcomes. So I think overall, a very, very worthwhile kind of experience to come over here and to interact with all of you. And definitely we will take this forward. And thank you once again for all the courtesies and hospitalities that you have sent.
Thank you very much, sir, for your appreciation for our APCNF program. We look forward to work with you in future also. Now I request Pratul Saxena to give his impressions on the field visits.
Thank you, sir. And as Raghavji has said, our eyes were opened. Reading about in literature and papers and hearing about it is very different from what we have witnessed. As a person coming from a water resources background, at least my own interest was the water saving which we are doing while adopting this natural farming. Interaction with farmers was evident that the number of waterings in a field is very less as compared to conventional farming. As Raghavji has said, yes, we would very much like to take this thing forward in an institutionalized manner. One thing which I would just like to reflect upon and ask whether RYSS or any other expert or person has any idea, is the social aspect which hinders, all the small farmers from taking up this studies. Whereas I had personally noticed, a lot of farmers are tenants. So what is the attitude of the landlords there? Whether they really want those tenants to take up this natural farming in their farms, and as has been said that it takes some time to actually show the results. So the tenancy rights are there only for 11 months. So how these things are hindering, or what are the challenges in these issues? So that is one thing which I would like to have more knowledge. Once again, thank you for all your hospitality, all your courtesies. And I must thank you for the passion with which all the cadres are working. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Saxena ji, for your views on the APCNF. Mr. Gopichand will definitely give answer while he is giving presentation on APCNF.